I'm Fernando.
Fernando, nice to see
FabTV, good to see you.
All right.
How does it feel to have composed the music on one of the biggest superhero films of all time?
Well, you know, it's that's one of those amazing things that could happen in a career, and it's amazing. And you know, these people who made this film, Joe and Anthony, Kevin Feige, Marvel, they're hard-working filmmakers, and they set a very high bar for all of us. And when something like this happens, you just smile every morning when you wake up and give a little wink and a thank you, because there's no way to know something like this is going to happen.
So I'm curious, just as a fan of Marvel and superheroes, and when you're making a production of this level, does Kevin or Anthony or Joe Russo, do they go like, I don't know, I need more tempo, I need more percussion, I need more?
They absolutely do. They are all very hands-on, and they're very hands-on together, which is fascinating. And there's always this tremendous level of collaboration and respect, but it's a big deal. I think the negative cost on this film is being reported as something like $350 million. It's a tremendous responsibility for these filmmakers, and so you have to know if there's anything they think could be better, they're going to speak up and share their thoughts. And that's what that team environment's all about. Everybody's trying to make something special here.
Was there some nervousness to you when you're working on this thing because of all the pressure?
There was, absolutely. And you somehow have to find a way, in spite of that, to feel a sense of play and a sense of freedom in it. I really think that's where many, many years of experience can help. If I had been confronting this mountain at the beginning of my career, I probably would have had a much worse skin outbreak than I had. It's a lot of pressure.
Okay, it's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Were you running out of ideas? Was it like, man, it's got to be 3 hours?
No. Ideas are never the problem. Time is the problem. We were all running out of time. And
you wish you could go back in a time machine and had more time?
Yeah, we'll see. We didn't have that. Now we do.
Right.
So maybe sometime in the future, we'll be able to go back and buy ourselves some more time. But you really feel that ticking clock.
Okay, I keep saying last question, but this is the last question.
Okay.
So when you're watching a movie, are you way more sensitive to the music as the composer when you're watching it than as a regular fan? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, did everyone hear that? I put that timing was so good.
Yeah, look, sure, there's this sense of, you know, I'm contributing that part of it, but I find that I kind of get brought into the film, and I'm just an audience member and watching along like everybody else in the room.
Sorry, you're the most interesting person to talk to here to me for tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so
that's why I'm going on.
Okay.
So another question that's important to me as in music, because I suck at music, but I appreciate it so much, is that how do you decide, or is it the editors that decide that the signal level be higher on some areas and lower on others?
Well, that's a giant equation that all gets addressed at the end of the making of the film. There's a block-long audio console in a big theater called the dubbing stage. All the dialogue, sound effects, all the music, everything has got to get blended so that it makes sense and all comes across. And that's a long, complicated process. So it's a big deal. I'm Alan Silvestri, and I'm the composer of Endgame, and happy to be on FabTV.
I'm happy you're on FabTV.
All right, man.
Great talking to you. You're the best.